Welcome to yet another 90s tech video, but in this case, this is more of an 80s tech video. What we have here is a Vectrex circa 1982, 1983. This was in direct competition with the Nintendo Entertainment System here in the US and probably in other countries as well. And this used to belong to a friend of mine. It's from Tennessee and it got shipped here. And as you can see in some of the B-roll, it looks like the CRT has shifted, likely in shipping. This has actually been sitting in a box for a couple of years, and I'm finally getting around to repairing it. So what is wrong with this thing? It boots up and it seems to work fine, except the CRT tends to kind of glitch a little bit. I'm not sure how else to explain it really, but it'll kind of blink out briefly, very briefly. So it could be bad flyback transformer, could be bad capacitors, could be a dry solder joint, something like that. So what I have here from arcadepartsandrepair.com is a bag of capacitors, and a lot of these are actually really nice Nichicon capacitors as well. Almost all of them are Nichicon, which is really cool. Those are like really high quality caps. And there's also instructions in here. So my goal for this video is to keep it at a reasonable length. I know, terrible track record on that. And do this in two parts if I can. Part one is going to be repair, and then part two is going to be playing some games because I have no experience with this. I have some other 80s machines that I want to be covering here in the near future as well, including a Apple IIc, which I recently got. And I have a Mac Plus 1 meg also, and I'm not sure what, it boots and it works, but I don't know if I'll end up doing a recap or anything like that on that one. It could probably use it. I think it needs a new PRAM battery also, but let's go ahead and get the back panel off and see what is going to be involved in getting this thing repaired. All right, we got the back panel off, and standard warnings apply about working on something like this. Be really careful when you're dealing with CRTs, cathode ray tubes. These can retain power and can actually kill you if you're not too careful. So just something to keep in mind when you're working on this. And it's hard to tell, but it looks, oh no. All right, so yeah, in shipping, let's see if I can get the camera a little closer. One sec here. All right, so yeah, it looks like this is busted. I feel like there's only two things holding it on, but yeah, that got broken in transit, and the one down below it, right there, is also busto, unfortunately. So this top one looks to be okay. And if I can see the bottom one, looks like it's holding on. So that's a good thing. So unfortunately, it looks like I'm actually going to have to remove the CRT and glue this in place. Wow, there is like some wicked damage here. So yeah, check that out. I'm not sure what that would even attach to, but it looks like there was, you can see this little tab right here. It looks like there was some big piece of plastic right there. It's probably down in the unit somewhere, or maybe it fell out. So yeah, that will need to get repaired. I'm gonna look at the best way to do that. I have some two-part epoxy that I think would probably do the best, but that stuff takes a long time to set. So unfortunately, we are not doing this in one day, but I never thought that we would be. So yeah, that is a bummer. I got to see this thing working Gosh, 2 years ago, it was working just fine, and this was definitely not broken. This is my first time inside one of these units. This little analog board is skewed a bit. By the way, this thing has been powered off for 2 years. I have not powered it back on because I wanted to work on it without worried about getting zapped. So, yeah, this little, I forget what these are called, but this is the little board that goes on the end of the CRT. Has a zip tie holding it in place. Looks like it's pretty easy to remove and reattach. So there are no caps that I can see. I'm not sure what these things are, but I don't see any. Oh yeah, there are some caps right here. Okay. I don't know if those are part of the kit. They probably are. There we go. This big board here. That contains all these big caps here, flyback transformer. Yep, got some bodge wires here. Oh, maybe those aren't actually bodge wires because they look like they have a spot on the logic board there for them to be there properly, I guess. Interesting. But as far as I can tell, everything has a plug, which is really nice. So this should be a relatively easy rebuild, and I believe there's a fuse. There's a fuse underneath here. So I can do that. Okay, now, yeah, and there used to be a piece of paper here. It's, again, possibly in there somewhere. But since this CRT is probably going to have to come out, I think that I'm just going to go ahead and pull out everything, potentially, or at least pull out enough that I don't have to worry too much about getting anything wet, and just go ahead and do a full cleaning inside and out. So let's pull this thing apart. All right, so I found the 2 screws for this sideboard. They're kind of buried in the back here. I know I'm not giving you a good angle. Originally, I was going to see if I could maybe wrestle the CRT out first. But I think if I support this from the bottom, I'm trying really hard not to cut any wires or break any strain relief. Okay, there we go. This would be a lot easier if I didn't have 2 broken tabs already. All right, so we're supporting the CRT. Because I just want to get the CRT out. Oh my gosh. All right, what are you tugging on? Ah, I see. Right. All right, we're gonna lay this baby down. I think that'll be a lot smarter than the way I'm trying to do this right now. I just found another broken piece of plastic too above the speaker. All right, there we go. Now I'm not supporting the CRT. So what this is stuck on is actually the strain relief here for the power switch. So let's get that out of there. And like I said, this does work. I have seen it work. Oh, I do see a ground that I'm gonna have to cut and then put back. So I'll gently bring this around so you can see what I'm doing. So this ground wire right here, this black one, I'm gonna have to cut that, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna cut it as far up as possible. What I'll probably end up doing is replacing this ground strap with just some insulated wire. All right, so that's done, and now let's see if that's enough. Okay, and I really feel like this was built in such a way that this board needs to go in after the CRT is installed. All right, come on out of there. Oh, gross. Should have unplugged this before. Okay, we're back. I forgot to rehook up my wireless mic, so now it is rehooked up, and we are checking out the carnage. So from the front of the Vectrex, this is the upper left corner. And if we pan down a little bit here, this is the lower left corner, and these are very busted. Unfortunately, where did that little fragment go? Here it is. So if we pan back over here, here's that broken piece, and it looks to me like this is just gonna go, oh, I see. So this goes here. So there was a big piece here, not sure where that ended up, but maybe down in the speaker well, maybe. I'll have to take a look. So we'll glue that on there. I'm gonna need to purchase some epoxy. I don't wanna trust this to super glue. So we're gonna get some epoxy because I've had really good luck with epoxy in the past. Just takes a long time to set. And then on the CRT itself, here, this is the, again, upper left section. And it looks like it's actually got the fragment here that I want for a little extra support. And then here's the lower left, again, looking at the Vectrex from the front, not from the back. So these are relatively clean breaks. So these will need to be repaired. Okay, so exploring our options as far as taking these 3 wires off, which I am going to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little mark. Okay, 1 mark equals 1 mark. 2 marks equals 2 marks. And 3 marks. Which isn't technically needed because I could just say no marks. There, that way I can't forget where these go. All right, after much soldering and sweating, the Vectrex is back together, and we're gonna try and power it on for the first time. I have quintuple checked that all of my capacitors are facing the right direction, rewired everything, and hopefully this works. So the way I have this set up is the power switch is powered on, the plug, which is now repaired, I found some cuts in the power cord, is plugged into a power strip. The power strip is switched off for the moment and unplugged. So I'm going to plug the power strip in to the wall, to an extension cord, and then flip the power switch on the power strip on, and hopefully this thing boots up normally, because there is a ROM game in here. So I'm not using the lapel mic, so I probably sound a little weird. I'm really nervous. Okay, here we go. By the way, for your viewers, the actual owner of this Vectrex, his name's Lane. He's standing right behind me. Feel free to say hi.
Hello, viewers.
So let's
childhood.
see what happens. Yes, he is the original owner. Oh man, I am so freaking scared.
That's the housemates. That's the game. That's the system, yeah.
It works!
And that's the game it comes loaded with. It's a asteroid phone.
Is it acting weird?
I can't see the ships or anything, but
I see a... Oh, That's not good.
no, it's drawing the score, though.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, there we go. A little bit of tech support. Had the contrast turned a bit far down. So I guess for the text, it spends a little more time drawing the text, and so it's more bold. So yeah, this is actually drawing a lot better now. So that's good. So that is presumably in focus. Look at that cool 3D. Oh, it's so cool. I mean that literally. That's so neat. Oh. Whoa. How am I doing? All right. Do you remember how long we could let it sit on before it started flickering and acting weird? I want to say it started happening pretty quickly.
I do not have recollection on that. It's been so long since I've had this thing powered on. Mm-hmm.
Crank the brightness just a little more. What's your favorite game? What are we going to put in it?
That was the attack, I think.
All right. So you turn it off and then put a cartridge in it, right?
Correct, yeah. It has to boot with the cartridge in place.
Okay.
If you want to hear the terrible speech synth, you can put the spike in there.
Ooh, that's a great idea. Let's do that one first.
Sure, go ahead.
Scramble.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had Scramble.
Star Trek.
I had Star Trek, damn.
Berserk. Yeah, considering how rare these Vectrexes are, I feel like you've got a really good game selection. Armor Attack, Spike's the one with the text, right?
Yeah, Armor Attack is my favorite. Spike is the one with the advertised real speech synthesis.
Okay. Inserted. Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna have to 3D print a dial for this thing.
I can't remember when that broke off.
Now I noticed this has a reset button.
Yes.
Is it possible can you slap a cartridge in and just hit reset, or is it best to turn it off and turn it back on?
I'm sure I tried it as a child. I have no idea what it is.
I'd imagine they make these things kid-proof. Oh man.
I remember that. That was the thing.
That's not bad. Whoa.
So you have to run, get the key, and go up the ladders. Oh yeah, left and right kick. I can't remember how the ladder comes down.
Got them wacky legs.
Yeah, I can't remember.
How do you get up there? All right, what happens if I die?
Just fall down.
Darn it! I should have put some deoxit on this volume when I had it apart. Darn it! Totally forgot. Yeah, how do you get up there? The key's like way up there too. The camera's actually filming this shockingly well.
I do believe the edges are death.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they are.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a vertical ladder. High action game, as you can tell.
No! Darn it! All right, let's put in your favorite. We're being safe and turning this off. It's probably fine to yank the cartridge while it's on, but you said Armor Attack was your favorite?
Yeah, Armor Attack.
Does this have like full motion video intro?
Yes.
Excellent.
And quick time events.
Excellent. And sequence breaking. I love the boot up sound. It's so awesome.
Oh, doesn't see the cart.
Oh, okay. All right, let's try it again.
Yeah, I do remember that sound problem.
Oh.
I'll see if I can do it.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so this is basically Atari's, was it Tank?
Yeah.
Or whatever they called it? Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, whoa, nice.
there's a helicopter. Right here.
Oh.
That's just two buttons.
Could see Little Lane spending hours playing
Oh,
this.
yeah. this kept me quite occupied. I mean, I used to like know the corners you could hide in to scrape the missiles by.
Oh, yeah. Did this have that Star Wars Vector game that was in the arcades? Like a simplified version, maybe?
No, but I think the Star Trek is awfully close, if I recall.
Yeah, I want to see some. I want to see some 3D.
Yeah, try the Star Trek.
Did they ever have Tempest for this and a roller?
No, I'm certain of that.
All right, so let's put in Star Trek. I don't know if blowing on it actually helps, but it's what we did when we were kids, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, Lane's got the controls. Yeah, I don't know why that spins. It's next sector number 1. Oh wait, this is probably original Star Trek. Not
Oh,
TNG.
yeah.
Original Trek didn't exist yet. Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is that bad? What just happened?
I don't know.
Amp is still on.
Well, you didn't draw in there. I may have pulled the cord too much. I don't know.
Is that a thing? Like if this comes out, does it reset?
Shouldn't?
Oh,
Yeah.
all kinds of games. Oh, okay. Start. Nope.
I think it's the far 4 buttons.
Oh, interesting. There's something about this game it doesn't like, it seems like.
It's weird.
Yeah. This game might have some problem.
Just patch it.
Yeah. What's Berserk? Do you remember?
I think it was like oh, what was that? You were like the guy running around in a maze shooting robots.
Maze shooting robot. Boy, that's, I don't know, that's a lot of 80s games.
I know.
Oh, I never noticed this had a... Oh, never mind, that's like a little slot thing.
Yes. It should start on its own. this.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah. I don't remember it acting quite like this before I recapped it, but I don't remember. I just remember it acting weird.
Well, before the recap, it would not even turn on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I remember trying to plug it in to turn it on, and nothing happened. Now, it could have been the cord cut there, I didn't see.
Well, it wasn't cut all the way through.
Okay.
So I think that it may have been the cord cut, but I took a close look at it and it looked like it was still intact.
Yeah. But then after shipping, I didn't try to turn it on.
Yeah,
because I knew it needed repair work first.
Okay, let's try this. Let's pull the cart. Okay. All right, so we're back to the Lane had to get back to things, so we're back to the built-in ROM. And really, I just want to see this thing run for a while. I'm wondering if the problems it's having are heat related, input related. Whoa! Oh! Oh, I didn't even see what hit me. Darn it, I think he's the same guy that got me last time. Okay, I'm gonna say that okay, we're moving fast now. So I'm gonna say that the problems that we're having seem to be related to the individual carts. So that's one repaired Vectrex. This was kind of a weird video, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Keep it early 80s, my friends.